You're 35. You wake up on a Tuesday. Nothing dramatic happened. No car crash, no divorce, no rock bottom moment. You just wake up and you do the math. 10 years of work, maybe 15. And you look around at the apartment that still isn't yours, at the phone with 3 missed bills, at the bank account that resets to 0 every month like it has amnesia, and something inside you goes quiet. Not sad, not angry, quiet. Because you tried, you showed up, you did everything they told you to do, and somehow, the scoreboard still reads 0. That silence? I know that silence. I lived in it. Here's what nobody tells you. The problem isn't that you didn't work hard enough. The problem is far more disturbing than that. You worked hard, and it worked against you. Every hour you put in, every extra shift, every raise you got, it fed a system that was never designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to keep you productive. There's a difference, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. I'm going to show you the exact psychological trap that turns a decade of effort into a decade of expenses. Stay with me. There's a concept in behavioral economics called the treadmill effect, not the gym kind, the psychological kind. It says that as your income rises, your lifestyle expands to match it, sometimes faster. You get a raise, you upgrade the car, you move somewhere nicer, you eat out more. The number goes up, but the gap stays the same. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation. Your brain treats new comfort like a new normal within weeks. What felt like winning becomes the floor, and you start running just to stay in the same place. Now here's where it gets brutal. This isn't weakness. This is how human brains were literally wired, to normalize survival, not to build wealth. Your brain is working perfectly, just on the wrong problem. Look, nobody sits you down at 22 and explains the difference between earned income and asset income. They teach you to be good at a job. They don't teach you what a job actually is. A job is you selling time. That's it. And time is the one thing you can never make more of. Every hour you work, you get paid once. You spend it. It's gone. An asset works differently. You build it or buy it once, and it keeps paying you. A rental property, a business that runs without you, a portfolio, content, IP, systems. The people who look like they have it together at 35, most of them didn't work harder than you. They just stopped trading time for money earlier than you did. They built things that work while they sleep. You've been working in the system. They built one. And I mean this. You don't have a money problem. You have an identity problem. Somewhere along the way, you built an identity around being a hard worker, and that identity kept you safe. It felt like virtue. It felt like control. But it also kept you blind, because a hard worker optimizes for effort. A builder optimizes for return. Those are two completely different games. As long as you see yourself as someone who works hard and deserves more, you'll keep playing the effort game. And the effort game doesn't have a wealth level. It has a ceiling. Your identity is the operating system. Everything else, your habits, your choices, your financial decisions, those are just apps running on top of it. You have to update the OS. But here's what nobody tells you next. Knowing this isn't enough, because there's a specific psychological reason why people who understand all of this, who've read the books, watched the videos, know what assets are, still don't change. And it has nothing to do with discipline or motivation. It's something older than that, something wired in. It's loss aversion. Your brain hates losing what you have more than it loves gaining something new. By 35, you've built a life around a system, even a broken one. Routine, stability, the known. Starting to build assets means risking what you have now for something that might pay off later, and your brain screams, don't. So you don't. You read one more book instead. You watch one more video. You wait until it feels safe. Think about that. The same psychological mechanism that kept early humans from risking their food supply. It's the reason your savings account is empty. Safety instinct became the trap. So here's the only move that actually works. You don't fight the fear. You make the first step so small that fear doesn't notice. One asset, not a portfolio, not a business plan. One thing that can grow without you. A piece of content, a small investment, a skill you can license. You start there. Not because it'll make you rich next year, because it rewires who you believe you are. And that's the one investment that actually compounds. You woke up at 35 with nothing to show for it. That's the last chapter of the old identity, not the whole story. The person who watches this video and actually does something about it, that's someone different. Someone who stopped optimizing for effort and started building for return. Someone whose future self will have something to show. That's who you are now. If this hit different, if something in you shifted, subscribe, because this channel exists for exactly that person, the one who's done running in place. See you next time.